Well, guess what? I went in there and reset the things this time, so I won't be interrupted. Jeez. I usually say a little something and that's it. If he's like me, I'll write, and I'll have several thoughts and say things, and it's like the other part, they must have went to sleep, They didn't like give a ... or, something on there, like, they just wrote that, and, how much time you wait before you get a response, if you're not, right head to head with it, just, like 3 dots or something across there, 3 of something, of some other kind of, like /, you're gonna leave the room, / I'm back, and then, you wait, like one, when you get the cell phones, you got those little extra hyphen things there. If you got that triangle in there, just click that triangle for every minute. Then 3 minutes, and then you got the /, you're out of here, you're away again. Okay? Can we do that? Like I'm going to remember. Shut up. Oh my God. Well, okay. So if they would have just saw that and accepted that, and this is the holy man, and the things and the gifts that he brought, and this to be to everyone, and we wouldn't be like we are right now, and so in debt and so screwed up because those guys made the wrong choice. They chose the side of the devil. That's the only way it can be said. And this is wrong. This is ruled wrong. And, these people in our government, they do need to, step down. But the thing is to make this movement now and just get it going, Just get it going now so they don't have time to be setting things up, because that's all they're doing. With all this armor and these trucks, they're just setting up things for when we do. And the thing is, you wait too long, then it won't even be worth it. Can you imagine that? And so, to you, Tiger Woods, who wants to buy this and have this on for himself, what I do. And I would rather this be for the people, because of what it would give to this game, and just be there on hand and explain it, in other words, and just not brought to, chopped out, made up by the system, just have other words, and they'll do this. You just watch and see. You got this camera slow-mo, and was that too fast? So, things can be more different, but we're going to have to we have to be upset with the way things really are. And the way they're changing. You just can't, sit back, and the government's just got us all set back and tamed in a spot while, the law will take care of us. Well, it looks like the law is turning against us. Now what are you going to do? What is this freedom thing? To let it ring? Or does it only bring with it just death and sorrow? Because if that's all it is, well, That's all it is. You want to know and learn the truth in things. You know, about our lives and humans and the factions and those banking families that run the Federal Reserves in the world. You know, you come from a long line, a long bloodline of, things change and things evolve, and you guys have developed into something that's, well, it's like you've lost your human feelings. Yeah, and that's a godly trait. That's DNA inside of a heavenly creator. And that's something that it seems you can't have. And that's something that we do all have inside of us. We all have a piece of that. There's nothing you can do chemically, warfare, bug, germ, whatever fear, virus fear, can never take that. You can never have that. Because, you know, through the eons of times and this bloodline's rule of, and it's turned into worse than a misdemeanor. You guys have lost that feeling, you've lost that humanness, and that's what brought your families all together in the first place. Was a holy man with the good ideals and good thoughts, and wanted to be holy, loving to everyone around. And you meet, there's nothing, it's just you and them, and you just talk, and you just chat, and just whatever. But sometimes good words you have to spread, and you say those good words. That's all he's about. And then the families that grew out, and then other ones come in, and they're not, you know, they're still in with that other old way, and they want to kind of drag it along, and they did, you know, and they sustained it. And that's what makes it really mussy, you know. You know what I'm saying? Wow. You know, it's how to pull a pin, you know. And there's so many factions to look into that, you know, you hate to overlook, leave out, or anything like that. But to see people, you know, they want to come to America, and that's good. What's wrong with your country that you want to come here? What do you see here that you don't have in your country, and why is that? There's something wrong. Because there's freedom in here in America, because it's the government's and the way it's run for the people, by the people. But we want you to understand that there are things happening now that are trying to change that, seriously. And it's not, you know, the one coming in here because of whatever back, how many eons ago, and here comes the other, and these go back centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries, early way back even to whatever, you know. There are factions coming in here because, you know, it's like they think the freedom, they think it's bad. And what is their driving force behind them? That they want to leave their country, but they want to come here, and they want to share in this freedom and stuff, but then they just want to take over the place, you know. And here comes another coming, they're putting these mosques around, they're trying to take over the place. Ugh. I mean, it's getting up to be such a gigantic battle. The civil wars of civil wars. Who are you going to place your bets on? Bankers? Who you finance? Doesn't really matter, because you just chunk it out at both sides and just let them play and have fun, murder up alive, you know. You see, that's time for that stuff to stop, you know. That's BS. Because, you know, the people south of the border, Eastern European, you know, whatever, they coming over because, you know, it's good here. I live here. I don't really, maybe I don't know fully, don't have the fullness to be totally aware how good it is we have here, you know. Just the things that are programmed, and I have been around, although I've not stuck in one place. I was around a lot. I was around in places that were beautiful places. It was like, breathtaking. There was moments there you could feel this energy. It was like a place, a circle. It was just, wow, And you go back to those places, and it's like a tourist spot. Some of the people felt it, and they set up a thing and want to sell it because it's such a good feeling. Maybe we can make a lot of sales with our trinkets and toys and set up a town and call it Sedona. And it really robs the place, And the place that I go, I'm sorry, I cannot mention it. I just can't do it, not going to do it. I just can't. Because, someone would, underhandedly drag it along like they did back in the biblical days, some of this crap I want to sell, make a buck, Oh, jeez, and here comes that up through, and then the political thing taking over, blah, 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 again, it just over and over, friggin' leapfrog, And it's just trying to just make a stand, and just, that's it, just put brakes on it. There ain't nobody killing nobody, There's madmen out there, crazy dogs, If they've got a gun and they're trying to kill someone, well, they need to be put out. And then, after they're put down, and you put down enough in the area that are threatening, they're out there on the streets like wild animals. Those people you can. But, you don't dare come in someone's house. That's not allowed. That is against the rules of God, even. Our Heavenly Creator. They even created you, police. And you guys are being branded and tanned and just where you're being turned into, it's not what it's meant to be for. And I hope you guys keep your heads rationally enough to understand that, and not when things come to it that you would, still want to abuse that system that's just abusing everybody, Oh, just so much. Deeply much. But, everyone's all doing their thing. So, here it's, well, you think of that guy, like, what was it, 500 years ago, I found these notes, these are 500 years old. And that's, we started doing some reading and ciphering of cards, live and kind of cards they had there, and their voice. And the guy was really something, what he understood, what he wanted to pass on to have for everybody because of what it meant, It's something similar to, like even 500 years before him, there was that Notre Dame guy wrote these quatrain things, and they were trying to figure out what meant that, meant the other, trying to stick it to something happening going on in the world, and, just confusing. And then there's a Christ person, several thousand years past that, and what he tried to open and give to the people, the love. And everybody was shadowed over by, horrible governments, and they just couldn't see because the governments wouldn't let them see, and that's that person, opened that door to see, and it cost him his life, Just like this guy with his automobile, and he come out and wanted to help a lot of people, It cost him his life. Over what? Some spilt oil and gasoline and some money? How are you going to eat that shit, Well, I gotta go delete all my blah 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 here and this and that, so talk to you later. Peace out.